Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today for our messages from the universe. Today, it's just going to be pure guidance. Nothing with the moon, nothing with any planetary alignments, just whatever the universe has to say. And I would really love to get some feedback if this is working for some of you. I had some really good responses just to have general guidance for everybody throughout the week. I tried to make it as open as possible so that whatever the universe, God, Yahweh, creator, whatever you want to call it, has to say, I just let him say it without any kind of parameters. You know, I'm not asking guidance based on moon phases or, you know, energetic alignments, just whatever you need. So I really hope this serves all of you. Hi, everybody. I see everybody in the chat. Like I say, towards the end, I will take just random. I'll pick randomly any questions at the end and pull some cards to everybody. But just hold your questions till the end because I don't want to miss anybody. Sometimes people type midway through and then the chat moves and I can't see it. So I just hold off, and then at the very end, I'll just choose somebody randomly. And again, if any of my guidance helps or serves any of you guys, I offer tarot. I also offer distance Reiki. And I wanted to take 1 minute before my reading just to kind of clarify, because there's been some confusion between my tarot and my soul readings. Tarot is very specific. I still do channeling. It's clarity, it's guidance. It's more micro focused on your life, on any area that you're looking for. And then my Reiki soul readings is, of course, healing work distance wise. And I also do a soul reading as a macro view. So it talks about your incarnation, what you came here to do, your soul purpose, your life purpose, any lessons that you're supposed to be learning, any guidance they have for you in terms of your growth. It's not specific focused. So it's not something where you want to focus on love life in a soul reading. A soul reading encompasses your whole life path. If any past lives come up, any guidance your angels and spirit guides give, that's the difference. So for any of you who's had some questions, I know lots of people out there have had some questions about the difference. So that's the difference. Tarot is micro-focused, and then the soul reading is macro-focused. And it's not specific. It's general and whatever they have to say. And tarot, you guys lead the way. Okay, so that's the difference. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to ask me, send me a message. I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, let's get going. So we're going to do by Zodiac, and of course, start from the beginning. I know sometimes the readers mix it up, go backwards and forwards, but I struggle just going forwards, remembering the order. So we're going to start with Aries and just see what loving guidance. The energy has definitely been, and anybody, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's been, not a pressure cooker. I just feel like the need to change or move, or, you know, kind of emotional. Of any women out there, I'm sorry, guys, you might not be able to relate, but it feels kind of like when you PMS. Like it's kind of emotional. Things are coming up and, you know, you're trying to like release it. Like, where is this coming from? So if you're feeling that, you're not alone. But it's good. It's good to change and shake things up and go in new directions. So Aries. Again, look for your moon, sun, and ascendant, okay? So whatever one you kind of vibrate or feel more aligned with. But I say look at all three, okay? Loving guidance you have for Aries this week. Ooh, here we go. Let me pull one more. All right, Aries. It looks like for you there, I'm guessing Aries, you're probably feeling the same thing I'm feeling. I know Aries is my moon, but there's something that's needing to be let go right now. There's an attachment that no longer serves you, a situation, a person, a thing that just doesn't serve you anymore. You might have, with this card, you usually already kind of know what it is. And there's a more uplifting approach to this situation. There's a better path for you, Aries. So if there's something, you just use jobs because that's really easy. You might feel like, you know what, I'm not happy here. It's a steady, secure paycheck, but I'm not growing. I don't feel supported. It's like, there's a need to change. And the universe is letting you know, because you have the 9 of Raphael afterwards. Follow this gut feeling. There is something that is far better serving for you right now, Aries. You might be like, I want to do a career shift, but I feel like I'm a little older. Maybe I won't get that dream job. Maybe I don't have enough experience, or whatever it is. It's just an example. It doesn't have to be in career. It could be in love life. It could be in home. It could be in health. But it's letting you know that whatever situation when you have this card, you tend to know. But there's an area of your life that it's done. It's stuck. It's stagnant. It's not working anymore. You need to let it go, because there's a new opportunity, or a better opportunity, or a better way of approaching this area of your life. And it's much healthier and way more emotionally balanced Raphael, this is about emotion and healing and self-loving. And this is really a dream come true chart. This is something that's way more in alignment for you, Aries. So if there's anything that's just like, ugh, whether it's like, you know what, this me attempting to work out at home isn't working, I better go out, or whether you switch that job, or this group of friends, I've had it for 10 years, but you know, they're really negative. I'm really trying to uplift myself. There's a situation that's not serving you. Trust your gut. Try out a healthier approach or a different option. The universe is absolutely supporting for this for you, Aries, right now. So if you feel like that need to move, and Aries, we're a, you know, quick movement, do it. The universe is supporting it. It's affirming that you're right. It's not right for you anymore, whatever it is. And something better is going to come replace that, or you're going to create a better scenario or situation for yourself. Far better than what you thought, Aries. So this is the confirmation for you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Don't be afraid, if I do this, what's going to happen? Don't worry about that. A lot of things, the best can happen. Why does it always have to be the worst? We're so programmed to think of worst case scenarios. But the universe wants to tell you, when you release this, best case scenarios are what's going to be happening for you, Aries. So try not to be too negative in approach. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. If it doesn't serve you, you're already kind of not manifesting something positive, right? Only something better could come on in. Let it go. Something great's coming. Okay, so you're right. Trust your gut. Let it go. Something much better suited to you and your health and your emotional stability and happiness is going to be coming on in. Okay, so Taurus. Ooh, I popped it right up. Loving guidance. Whoa, okay. We're having a theme already. I love that. Loving guidance here for Taurus. All right. Okay, Taurus, you have a very similar theme. This is letting you know you have the Ten of Michael, and it's saying a situation has ended, Taurus. Now, some people freak out with this card because they immediately think relationships. Like, but wait, I'm not done. It doesn't have to be that. It could be that. It doesn't have to be. It's letting you know whatever situation, it's served its purpose. It's run its course. It's done. And it's asking, I mean, 2 in a row here. So I'm guessing this energy that I'm feeling this week, I'm not the only one. It's really letting you know, hey, you know what? You probably feel it. It's served. Let it go. Let it go. It's like a dead weight on you, Taurus, whatever it is. But this card is letting you know it's because something is right here. It's right around the corner and it's coming on in. But it can't come in if you're holding on to this. Sometimes we hold on to dead-end jobs, dead-end relationships, old ways of thinking that no longer serve us. You know, it's really telling you, let go. This is a big let go because something good's coming in weak. This is a good thing. There's an opportunity for happiness. This card is really great. I love how she's bowing. It's almost like, I'm done with this show. Draw the curtain. I'm ready for my new performance. And this is really what it is, Taurus. Something amazing, a new opportunity, a positive opportunity, a happier opportunity. It's right here. It's not even coming in. It's here already. You just have to let go of whatever situation that's kind of done or dead or stagnant. You maybe just be holding on to it out of fear, even if it's just mentally holding on to it. Okay. Sometimes I'll use relationships as a good example. You might have broken up, but mentally you're still holding on. You're still playing the stories. You're still, you know, attempting to keep that connection, even if it's through memory. Pray to surrender it, to let it go, to say, I'm willing, you know, universe, maybe I'm not ready, but I'm willing. Willingness is all it takes, because it's asking you to put the past behind you because something beautiful is right here. It's not even coming in. It's right here, Taurus. The next card you have is the Emperor. This is about stability. This is about order. It's about your being more logical in approach, Taurus. So if you think a good thing might be like, okay, I'm going to use relationships again. I want to get married and have children, right? That's logical. It's like, hey, so logically, Taurus, if that's what you want, if you're stuck and holding on to something that's not serving you, you're not going to get there. The universe is asking you to be logical in your approach and helping you to release or let go of whatever has served you. So if you're having an emotional time, you know, letting go of that job, that person, place, thing, home, I don't know, items, we want to look at it in a logical, big picture approach. Okay, so what's your ultimate goal? Okay, if that's your ultimate goal, what are the steps you have to do? Like, well, obviously I have to let this go in order for this thing to come in. So that's what's gonna really help you, Taurus, to let that go. So this amazing thing come in. You kind of have to step into the logic to let go of whatever might be holding on emotionally, okay? It's gonna be good though, because something's right there. I love this card because it's not even saying, oh, something's coming in, you know, because time-wise, let me tell you, the angels and spirit guides have a different idea of time than we have a time. They feel like it's coming in soon. And soon to them could be like a year. And soon to us is like tomorrow. But this is letting you know right here. It's right here, Taurus. Don't be afraid. Gemini. Whew. I love what guidance is there for Gemini. Anything else? All right. All right, Geminis. You do have a love card. So you have the Lovers and the Knight of Gabriel. Gemini, sometimes you think a little too much. And that's okay. It's one of your beautiful things. You're analytical, you're smart, you think things through, well planned. You know, but here it's asking you, stop hitting the brakes, Gemini. With the Lover card and with the Knight of Gabriel, it's asking you to take action. It's asking you to follow your instinct, your gut, your chemistry. If things are saying, you know what, this feels right, flow with it, Gemini. Don't allow your fears, your hangups, your past to be like, oh, pump the brakes. I don't know about this. I'm a little scared. Past has taught me to take it slower. The past has taught me not to go too fast. The past, yada, yada, yada. Unless you want the past to repeat itself, cut that train of thought, Gemini. This is saying something has presented itself. Whether you're single, I will go single first. If you're single, something has or will be presenting itself to you emotionally. Now, this card, yes, it can be relationships, but it also could be something that really stirs your heart, Gemini. It could be a project. It can be finally for the first time you're living your life for you. You're traveling, you're doing this, or you're finally getting the opportunities, the finances, you know, whatever it is that's really stirring your heart, whether it's a person, an opportunity, or an experience. It's saying, go for it. Don't skip a beat. This Knight of Gabriel is about instinct. It's about taking action. It's about trusting your hunches, your gut. It's about going with what feels right. It's more about, it's very Aries when you think about it. But it's really, you know what to do. You know what you want to do. You know it feels good. Go for it, Gemini. I know you want to think, and that's okay. But don't give yourself so much time. Be like, all right, I'm going to give myself 3 minutes to ruminate about this, and I'm going to go. Trust your gut. We are all intuitive. We are all psychic. It's like a muscle. And Gemini, it's really asking you to and follow this. Something beautiful has stepped into your life, and it's finally making you feel great. Why would you sabotage that? Don't sabotage it. It's saying, hey, you know it. Action, action, action. Less thinky, more doey. Okay, Gemini, I'm really happy for you. Whatever has decided to step into your life, that's great. It's super happy. Just do your best to enjoy it, to really get connected with your heart center and love of another, love of yourself, love of a project, love of opportunity, and just go with it. Don't stay. It's asking you move, everything. Okay? Then we have Cancers. What guidance do we have for Cancers? Whoa, okay. You can come out instead. That's fine. I was going to pull a card. Another one slipped right out. All right, Cancers. This looks, you have a major arcana. You have the High Priestess card. This has a lot to do with your psychic insights, your instincts, your intuitiveness, being able to, you know, when you meditate and you're in this beautiful, peaceful state, and all of a sudden all the answers come, or even you just feel aligned with everything. You come in conjunction with Nine of Ariel. This is about your dreams coming true. This is about things finally moving into this space. So Cancers, it's really asking you this week to get in alignment with yourself, and things are going to flow so beautifully for you. Don't push against anything, Cancers. When you have a major arcana card, this is usually the big guns talking to your angels, your spirit guides, holy masters, and teachers. They have a lot of guidance to give to you, wisdom. They're already present with you. And it's letting you know you don't have to force anything, Cancers. You don't have to struggle or try or push or pull or lament. Everything is aligning for you the moment you align with yourself, Cancer. So take some time this week to meditate. If this week you're feeling a little emotional, Cancers, because of the energy, cry it out, run it out, do whatever it is, balance. It's asking you to get into inner peace with yourself. Don't worry, don't stress. Whatever it is you're stressing about, any situation, goal, opportunity, person, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. All that is required of you for things to work out, for all your dreams to come true, for things to be in alignment, is for you to be in alignment. That's all that's required. Not more sleep, not more work, not more money, not other people. All that is required is for you to take the time for yourself, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I never get how people say they don't have time to meditate, myself included. If you can watch 30 minutes of Big Bang Theory or something like that, or your conditioners, 3 minutes in the shower, just meditate. Just take us a couple seconds to breathe, visualize light, feel in your body, exhale all the bullshit, get in alignment, stay in attention. I'm in alignment with the universe, whatever it is you say, and allow it to flow. No push. I think the universe, I feel it. I can feel the energy. It's like almost like it's giving you a hug, Cancer. So I'm just going to deliver that to you. It's giving you a lot of love, a lot of encouragement, a lot of support. You know, it's giving that hug that maybe you need and you're not getting, Cancer, but we're all very much loved, but they're giving you a little tender loving care there. So don't stress out. Don't get too, we can get a little frazzled. No, nothing's required. You're doing everything beautifully. Just get in alignment with yourself. Don't let other, things outside of yourself stir you up. Everything's going to turn out beautifully. Just you get in alignment, and that's all. That's all. Okay? Surrender the rest. Next we got Leo. Okay. What guidance we have for Leo this week? Wow, that was not on purpose. Okay, and that's way too many cards to pull for Leo. Sorry, guys. One more for Leo. All right. Leo, you also got a Major Arcana card. You have Solutions card. This is whatever you're experiencing right now in terms of, if there's any misbalance, any questions or things you're concerned about. This has a lot to do with discipline and self-control and kind of sitting with yourself and releasing energy out of the body. So let me explain this. Sometimes when Leos, I'm not trying to pinpoint anybody. I'm a Leo's, ascendant. I get it. But sometimes when we feel off balance or sometimes when we feel like something's off, we'll distract ourselves. We'll go hang out with friends. We'll go dancing. We'll go to dinners. We will do things to make us feel good, right? We're unbalanced. And so we're like, oh, I got to feel good. I got to feel up. What this is telling you to do instead, Leos, it's asking you, hey, you know what? You really got to pull yourself back in and let's look at this. There's something that's on your heart. There's something that's perhaps bothering you. And maybe you don't even know why. Like, why do I feel so off? Like, what's going on? I feel like a little bit in a funk, or maybe you do know what's going on, Leos, but it's asking you to really sit with this because there's some emotion that needs to be released. The Solutions card is not just about discipline. It's not just about having patience and self-control. It's really about forgiving and letting go of the past. So if things are feeling, there's a reason, Leo. There's a reason. It's not just funky to feel funky. It's not just some weird groove coming in and it's not yours. It's triggering something. There's something inside of you, small or big, but take the time to make sure we don't use any of our coping mechanisms. And we might not be considered coping mechanisms because we love being out there. I'm not saying all Leos, but a lot of us like to be out there. But it's saying, hey, you know what? Bring it in. Focus on yourself. Be disciplined. Don't go have that martini. Don't call up your friends to see what they're doing because you don't want to be alone and sitting with this funkiness. Sit with it. There's something that needs to be released. You have the Page of Raphael. And this does have to do with emotional connections. It does have to do with social invitations and being around people, but this card is really heart-centered people, okay? So it's really asking you, hey, if you're dealing with any kind of, you're looking for solutions to release, to let go, whatever it is, if you're going to surround yourself with people this week, Leo, surround it with people that care about you, that support you, that you actually respect and admire. Sometimes we have those party friends, and then we have those friends that are really there, we give our problems to. Those friends that really support you and that are heart connected, these are the people you want to surround yourself with this week, Leo, because you're going to be releasing stuff. We're finishing the retrograde. Whew, this one has been a little bit of a tough one for me. We're finishing the retrograde, so this is the last release, okay? It's really asking you, sit with it. Don't distract yourself from it. Work through it, identify it, heal it, release it. If you need some comfort and some support, pick the people that are more heart-centered, people that you respect, admire, mentors. And if you have social invitations, take one that nurture your soul, that don't distract you from what it is that you have to, or that you're looking to really clear from you. Because it's Leos with the Solutions card, this is really, you're conscious that something's a little off. You're kind of looking like, what is this? What am I feeling? And when you can't really figure it out, you get distracted, go do something else. It's really asking you, hey, bring it back. Be a little bit more disciplined, sit with yourself, let it go, forgive, release, heal, and be with those who support you in it. Okay? Whew. Doesn't mean you can't have a fun week, Leo. You totally can, but you don't want to, go through the week with this. If there's something on you that needs to be released, better to sit with it, face it, and let it go now, and enjoy the rest of your week. Okay? Virgos. All right. All right, Virgos. This week is asking you to take action. I know Virgos are also a thinking sign and air sign, but you got Page of Gabriel and the Knight of Gabriel. This is all about action. This is about communication. It's about doing what you're passionate about. It's about taking opportunities. It's about trusting your gut. Virgos, you and Gemini, so maybe the air signs are really being asked to step it up a little bit because this is not a week of, being quiet or passive or pensive. None of that. It's really asking you, hey, you know what? If an opportunity presented itself, take it. If something comes up and you feel you have an opportunity to express yourself, express it. If there's something that you feel really passionate, you want to do it, whether it's art or gardening or dancing or traveling, and you have the opportunities, people say, hey, all of a sudden, let's go do this. The universe is asking you to step up. This week is a week of action for Virgos. And with both these cards, these are about your passion, your spirit, your instincts, Virgo. So this week, really step into that. Don't play small this week. If somebody says, hey, I'm trying this new class, and you're like, I've been wanting to do that too. Do it. Don't talk yourself out of it like, maybe I should save money. Instead, if you have an opportunity, do it. If you have an opportunity to speak your dreams, you have an opportunity to really be with other people who share your same values and visions, go share it. This week is really about you creating. This is a creating week. And I know that might seem counterproductive to, the retrograde, but this is an internal creation. Okay, you really got to bring yourself up and out. I know Virgos have gone through a lot in the past couple months, everything past a year. But done. That's done. That's been done for like about a week if I can remember all the readings correctly. So now it's really time for you to step up, Virgos. Speak it into existence. Act passionately. If opportunities present themselves, don't skip a beat. If something feels right, if something feels wrong, act in accordance with that. You have an innate sense this week, and you're getting a lot of guidance and support in order to kind of move yourself forward. You've been a little stuck, Virgo, and now the energies are moving you like, all right, next step, let's go, let's move. All right, so maybe you've been used to like a slower stuck pace or maybe moving backwards, so you might be a little surprised when energy picks up and starts moving you forward. So don't let that shock you. Don't let that, oh my God, is this right? This seems too fast. No, Virgo, it's coming in, finally, it's coming in. It's a blessing to you, Virgo. Let it come in, let it take you, let it move you, and you move with it. All right, you might be a little skittish, but if it feels right and it feels right, so you can't see my stomach. If it feels right here and it feels right here, Virgo, you go, you act, you speak, you talk, you express. All right, it's your time. It's your time, Virgo. Thank goodness. I have one of my best friends is a Virgo, and I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. She could use it. All right, Libras. Guidance you have for Libras. A lot of major arcana cards today. All right. All right, Libras. I'm not quite sure what you're going through in particular, but you have the Epiphany card. Whatever it is you're experiencing, and you have the Knight of Michael, which has a lot to do with stress, thoughts, worries, anxieties, things like I'm not quite sure of to do. I'm trying to remember if last week you had this too, but the Epiphany card is really about spiritual growth. Whatever it is you're going through, it's almost like you're emerging from it. There's a lot of insights to be had, lessons to be learned. This is whatever it is you're experiencing, Libra, even if it feels like a little bit of a pressure cooker, everyone uses the chrysalis, metaphor before it becomes a butterfly. It's crammed and it's comfortable and you feel like can't take it anymore. Bloom, butterfly. This is really about taking the growth, the insights, the spiritual aha moments in whatever it is you're experiencing. With this card, Knight of Michael, it feels like there might be a lot of stress mentally. This is going to be mental stress. Maybe you're finishing off school and you got tests. Maybe you're trying to switch jobs. You're not sure where your future is headed. Whatever it is that has an emotional stress on you right now, number one, surrender it. These are just 99.9% illusions. This card is about, hey, whatever you're worried about, it's not going to come to pass. But it is a card warning you not to focus on it too much because you don't want to have self-fulfilling prophecies, okay? Whatever we focus on manifests. All right, Libra says surrender it because it's letting you know that what you're experiencing, it's actually you're experiencing for a really good reason. There's a light that's coming out of this. There's opportunities that are coming out of this. There's going to be a moment, a shift, an epiphany that's going to be like, oh my God, that you might not have had you not been in a little bit of this pressure point. Okay, so it might be uncomfortable and it might feel a little off, and no one likes feeling like that. But understand, this is causing you to grow. It's causing you to have a divine inspiration come through. And if you can, Libra, because when you're mental and you don't really hear divine guidance very well, this is also a card of meditation. Take some time to breathe, surrender, and allow the light to come in. But don't worry, these cards are letting you know whatever you're stressing about, not going to come to pass. 99.9%. However, you have free will, so if you want to continue focusing on it and creating it, that's up to you. But other than that, don't stress about it. Let it go. You're experiencing this for ultimate growth and happiness. You're experiencing this because you're going to be moving on to a higher level. It's like a test. Think of it that way. You're passing a test, and you're really just ascending. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, but this has to happen in order for you to push through. Okay? So just reassuring you so that your thoughts don't get the better of you, okay? It's going to be fine. This week has been, whew, the past 7 days. Not even just this week. Last half of last week. All right. Scorpio. Loving guidance do you have for Scorpios? Not getting any cards. That's odd, guys. Give me a second. No cards are popping up for Scorpios right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's funny. Usually cards, when I do, I let the universe just pop the card up, you know, intuitively. And it was kind of stuck. So for Scorpios, I'm going to work, you know, I'm going to pull just one more. I'm not trying to be biased in any way, guys, but just because the cards are stuck for Scorpios, I just want to make sure that what I'm getting right here is what I'm reading correctly. Okay, it's not biased in any way. Oh, that came up real quickly. Okay, all right. All right, Scorpios, you also got the solutions card. We just had this for a couple signs back. So this is, for Leos. Okay, Scorpios, this is asking, these are solutions. Wow, this is also emotional. So there's things to forgive and let go of. Okay, so there might be a little heaviness on the end. This is just energy, guys. This is just energy. So this week you are experiencing a little bit more emotion, a little bit more angst, anything that's coming up for you. It's asking you don't distract yourself, bring it back, release, work with yourself. This major arcana cards, these are, whenever I get these cards, big guns are here with you guys. Archangels, spirit guides, holy masters, and teachers are really here to help you get that guidance, to help you to release. This card too is about self-control. You know, Scorpios, I'm a Scorpio myself. We're deep people. I always see negative things about Scorpios and memes on Instagram. We're not that bad. We're pretty awesome people, in my opinion. I'm maybe a little biased. But Scorpios, I know sometimes we can get deep and we can get emotional. And when we get into a dark space, we all have our ways of letting it out, you know, but it's really asking to say, hey, you know what? Let's develop some healthier habits. Let's rein in the anger. Let's rein in the sadness or any victimhood mentality or whatever it is we might be spreading it out. Bring it in. Be a little bit more disciplined with your thoughts, with your emotions, and with any habits. Come in, sit with the emotions, say a prayer if you have to, and just be willing to let it go and release it. You got it in conjunction with the Six of Gabriel. This is a moving on card, guys. You've done your work. This is saying congratulations. You did a great job. Moving on to the next thing. So Scorpios, do not at all in any way this week think, freaking holy shit, I thought I was taking 3 steps forward and I feel like I'm taking 4 steps back because I feel so emotional this week. Nay, 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 nay. When we have retrogrades, things come up. Things come back around. Everybody knows this. Scorpio, this doesn't mean you're moving back. You're done. This card is to confirm. No. You did a good job. You graduated that. We're already moving on to the next thing. But with the energies, it really is teaching us. It's healing us on a far deeper level. This is for everybody, okay? So don't feel like, oh my God, I'm so tired of this shit. And trust me, I've said that plenty of times, okay? It is tiring. Sometimes it's like, will this ever end? But guys, that's why we incarnate so many times. We incarnate all the time because this is not a one lifetime thing. But it's letting you know, hey, Scorps, don't worry. You're doing fantastic. You're still in alignment. You're still on your path. But if some heavy things are coming up this week, sit with it, forgive it, release it. There's always things coming through and coming out, okay? Don't use this week or any distractions to bring you from the divine solutions that are coming your way, okay? Have a little self-discipline with yourself, with your thoughts, with your habits, and your actions. And two, I picked a card to make sure that I was on the right track, and we have the Three of Gabriel. This has a lot to do with opportunities. It has to do with taking the next step, and this is what I wanted to confer when I had these 2 cards. You're moving on, Scorpios. You're moving on to the next step. So don't feel like this week is a setback emotionally, mentally. If other people have stepped in and maybe you slipped up a little bit, like, oh my God, I don't want to, continue this pattern, then don't. Self-discipline, patience with yourself. Okay, have patience, have compassion. Get back on track and keep moving forward. This is just meant to happen to clear things out. There's a lot of healing to be had this week, Scorpio. So release that, moving on up, moving on forward, okay? So don't feel that way. You're not going backwards. You're already moving forward. This is just kind of a clear up, okay? All right, Sagittarius. I see the chat box moving, and I'm sorry, guys, I can't read and do it at the same time, but I hope it's all good. So we're moving on to Sagittarius, yes. Whoa, okay. Oh, 2 popped out for Sagittarius. I didn't mean to do that, but so be it. Okay, first you have the Queen of Ariel. Sagittarius, make sure you're taking good care of yourself, okay? So if you've been really stressed, if you've had a lot of anxiety, maybe you're planning stuff, maybe you're doing something, make sure you're giving your body the nurturance, the time, the sleep, the loving attention that it needs, okay? So this week, because you have the 4 of Gabriel and the 2 of Michael. So 4 of Gabriel, this is a great card. You see these people dancing and being happy and loving each other. This is a time for celebration. So what I'm getting here for you, Sagittarius, maybe whatever it is you're stressing about doesn't have to be negative. You can be planning a wedding. You can be planning a trip. You can be planning a day at the spa. Whatever it is, moving house, decorating. Just because you're stressed doesn't mean it has to come from a negative space. If it is, it is. But you also have the 2 of Michael. This has to do with overanalyzing, thinking too much, stressing too much. Get out of your mind. If you're supposed to be planning something fun, it should be fun. So make sure you're not allowing the stress, the overthinking, oh my God, do I got this, do I got that, to ruin it and to take down your body and your health. Okay, Sagittarius, all these things in conjunction, it looks like, hey, positive things are probably happening. Maybe you're planning things, changing things up. Even if things aren't so positive, but you're making changes for the positive and you're really excited, but maybe you're thinking, am I doing it right? Is it going to go okay? Blah, blah. It happens. It's human. But it's letting you know, hey, be careful with that, because right now with the energies, your body might feel a little bit more tired. I don't know about you guys, but since it's retrograde, more tired, drained, sleepy, emotional, you name it, the gambit, right? So if the energies are already kind of, heavy like that and you're stressing, that's not good, Sagittarius. It's telling yourself, celebrate. Whenever you get stressed, realign your focus. Remember why you're doing this. Oh, yes, it's because I'm going to go have a good time. Oh, yes, it's in order to celebrate and do this for myself, or trip, or that, or this, or that. Realign or bring yourself back to why you're celebrating or why you're doing these things. Even if it's things that aren't easy, but you're doing it for a higher good, for your own happiness, health, improvement. Bring yourself back so it pulls you out of the negative mental state. A heavy stress and anxiety, man, that's the reason they're a huge killer. So make sure you just give yourself a lot of nurturance this week, Sagittarius, and make sure your focus is on the love, the celebration, and the higher vision you have for yourself and why you're doing the things that you're doing. Get out of your mind, get back in your heart, and make sure you're giving yourself what you need. Okay? All right, Capricorn. Let's do this. All my Capricorn friends have such an amazing sense of style. I don't know if that's a Capricorn thing or not, but I wish I could have a little bit of that. Oh my goodness. I go shopping and I'm like, I have no idea what to get. A little bit of a struggle. Oh my God. All right, cards. All right, Capricorns. Okay. All right, be my guest. All right, Capricorns, it looks a lot of emotional, but positive emotional. So, hey, I don't know what you've been focusing on. A lot of Capricorns, at least that I know of, have been focusing a lot on career and self-development this last year. But right now, this new year, guys, it looks like it's supposed to be more focused emotionally. Okay, so you have the Page of Raphael and the 9 of Raphael. These are beautiful cards to have in conjunction with one another. Capricorn, this could be new, new emotional relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friends. It can be your soul tribe. But it can be romantic too. It could be new things blooming, or maybe finally for the first time, even if you are in a committed relationship, things kind of stepping up. Maybe you have more time to focus on your relationship, on the development of that and where you want to see it going. Maybe you're putting it off like, no, I can't move forward because I'm trying to get my career in order, or this and that. But Capricorn right now, nope, your focus, love, emotions. Finally, do that. It's time to really step it up. So for those Capricorns in a relationship, really devote that time to seeing where you want things to go. The 9 of Raphael is a joyful time in your life. These are dreams coming true. The emotional goals you have for yourself, Capricorn, single, together, polyamorous, otherwise, it's really asking you to focus on what you want for your heart. What is it you want for your emotional life? This is a beautiful cards coming together, because it's really telling you you can have it. You have all the opportunity, availability of energy to create it. All you got to do is really invest in it. Capricorn, that's all you got to do. Make sure you're getting out, taking those social invitations, Capricorn, being with people that really bring out your spirit, heart-centered. And because when you get in alignment with your heart, everything flows to you. Sometimes we try to get alignment with our mind and our thoughts. It's not, yes, visions and words and things like that have power, but it's the emotion behind it that attracts, right? So it's really getting into that heart space. So this week, Capricorn, really devote your time to self-love, the loving and the relationships that you have, whether that's with family, friends, or romantic partners. It's really asking you to do that. Invest in it. really see yourself where you want to go with it, because you have a beautiful opportunity and future ahead of you. Just invest some more time in it. The energies are really in alignment for you to do so. And it looks like everything's going to come out great. So if you have any fears, we'll use romantic, because it usually tends to be what it is about. If it's romantic, if you have any fears, setbacks, insecurities, set it aside. No more time for that. Who got time for that? No one got time for that. It's telling you, step in it. Put your whole heart into a Capricorn. It feels like maybe the past year you might have been more self-focused and self-development focused. Put your whole, you're only able to put a little piece of yourself because you don't got time or money or energy. Now it's your whole heart. Put it all in, because what you put in, you get out. All right? Good luck with that. All right, Aquarius. Loving guidance do you have for Aquarius? The energy just completely shifted. Let's see. I heard something too, so I'm going to tell you guys. I heard, sometimes they'll talk to me while we do these things. And I'm going to say this message in a way that I just heard. It doesn't mean it in a bad way, Aquarius, but they're telling you to focus on others outside yourself. Like, and they don't mean that, they don't say this in a negative way. They're like, stop focusing on yourself, Aquarius. They're saying to focus on those you love. Focus on others, not yourself, on giving. So I'm going to read the cards that came up as well. You got the Lovers and you got Justice. Major Arcana cards, both for you. So you have no wonder the energy shifted. You have some big, Major Arcana cards, you guys know, they're the big guns in the tarot deck, and they're talking to you, directly to you. And like I said before, you have archangels, holy masters, teachers. They're really present when they tell you these things. With these things in conjunction, I'm going to just call it how I see it, okay? Guys, Aquarius says they're really asking you to give of yourself, okay? If in any way, know that if something is not going right, this can play out in many scenarios. Okay, so if you've done any bad in the past, maybe you've cheated, maybe you've done this or that, part of your growth, understand that those things are always have to come to balance. What we send out comes back, Aquarius, but it's really asking you to get heart-centered. Maybe this is not for everybody, but this is an example, but maybe we've been more selfish. Maybe we've been more focused on ourselves and our needs and our wants and our desires, but this is a time for you, Aquarius, to really give and love and contribute your focus to another. In this case, it looks more like a romantic other. Now, if you're not in a romantic relationship, but like, how does this apply to me? To those you love, Aquarius. Some people, hey, we all go through gives and takes, and sometimes we might have been a little bit more takey instead of givey. And these cards are letting you know we need to balance some things out. We need a balance. We need to give more. Maybe there's been more take, and the universe is like, hey, Justice, it's time to balance the scales. Maybe something has happened. Maybe a loved one is in a jam. Maybe they just got injured and they really need you there. Maybe your romantic partner is going through a really hard time and it's really asking you to, hey, maybe don't go practice with your band. Maybe, hey, don't go have that weekend trip with the guys or the girls, and really stay home with your partner because that's what they need. It's giving of yourself. There's a selflessness to this aspect of reading, okay? So it's not saying you're a bad person in any way, Aquarius, but it's asking you to balance the scales, to be really balanced in your approach to your relationships, especially the heart, whether that's with your parents, your siblings, your friends, your lover. With the Lovers card, I'm really going to say this has to do with romantic partners, but if you're not in a relationship, it could be anything that has a deep emotion, okay? Anyone. So it's really about a balance of give and take. Deep emotions, giving of yourself. And because that's what I heard, that's what I'm going to go with. They haven't stirred me wrong yet. Okay, Aquarius. So this week, hey, there's a lot of opportunities if your partner needs you or family needs you, or you see where you can give or to help. Give of yourself, Aquarius. There's some balancing going on here in the books. And hey, this is good for you though. This is great for you, because if you've taken a little bit, you're balancing out the scales, right? It's not going to come back and bite you in the ass. I'm not saying all of you. There could be a lot of really giving Aquariuses out there, okay? But this is a general reading, so this is what came through. So be heart-centered. Be heart-centered, give. Make sure you're giving as much as you're taking as much as you're giving. Emotional, there's this amazing like a metaphor about like depositing into your emotional bank if you're taking. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it. But anyways, be balanced, Aquarius. And it seems like a deep message because it's Major Arcana, so just take it serious and they're talking to you. Explore that. Okay, and then we have Pisces. Loving Pisces. There's a lot of Major Arcanas. Loud and clear this week. Universe, one more card. I haven't got this card a lot. Okay, Pisces, new beginnings. Yay! All right, and you have it in conjunction with the page Raphael. This came up like 3 times for like 3 of you guys, 4 of us. This is about finding your purpose, Pisces. You're finding your purpose. You're finding your groove. You're finally stepping into this new phase. Maybe you've decided, hey, I'm going to make these changes, or you just feel a need to grow or to try a different direction. With the new beginnings card, this also has to do with releasing the past. Okay, so maybe you're doing a lot of work to really set yourself in a different direction in life. Maybe you've started a family. Maybe you've moved areas. Maybe you started a new job, or maybe just internally how you're approaching yourself. With this card, you're stepping into a beautiful new phase, especially emotionally, as you have it with the page of Raphael. And it's letting you know this week, as you're stepping into this new phase with the new beginnings, it's a really strong message not to bring anything from the past with you. Okay, Pisces? So as you're doing these new things, don't think that this is too good to be true. Could this opportunity be really fantastic? What if this happens? If there's any habits, patterns, thoughts, perhaps that you're actually trying to heal from and release, don't bring them with you. Let them go. As I said just a second ago, this again is about social invitations, new romantic relationships, healthy bonds. So maybe you want to have healthier relationships. Maybe you don't want to have the codependency you had before. Maybe you don't want to invite those toxic or narcissistic people anymore. It's letting you know there's a beautiful new emotional phase of your life. You might be inviting new friends, new people, new scenarios. And it's letting you go, number one, you absolutely deserve this, Pisces. We all deserve the good things. But it's letting you know, hey, it's supporting you. It's exciting, but it also wants to let you know, don't be negative in approach. Don't be fearful. Move forward. If anything comes up, old patterns, old fears, just make sure just to surrender it, pray on it, release it. Energy follows intentions. Be like, hey, I appreciate that. You served me before, but I choose to think differently now. And I let that go. I let it go. This looks like it's going to be a beautiful new week for you. Really stepping into new experiences, new directions, new opportunities, and really finding your stride. This card for you is really about finding your purpose, Pisces. Maybe you're finally finding your niche, your calling, what feels good for you, what feels in alignment for you. And hey, and when we start out, Pisces, it could be a little bumpy. You're trying to find your footing. So don't think that I feel like I'm still wobbling. That's going to happen when you start out. But don't worry. Just make sure you surround yourself with people that support you, your vision, and your dream. That's absolutely important with this card. Make sure you surround yourself with positive people, not naysayers, Pisces, when you start out in the beginning. It's very fragile. It's very delicate. Your ideas, your visions, your path's like a little baby. So make sure you're around people that really, really, really support you. Okay, and that really are positive and encouraging. Okay, so congratulations to this new chapter in your life. This is fantastic. But don't be upset if at first it feels a little bumpy because there's still stuff you're releasing. But the new beginnings card, there's always stuff that still has to come out and let go so that you can kind of have a steady, smooth moving forward. Okay, I think that completes the whole zodiac sign. All right, guys, I am willing to take some questions. I have about 10 minutes, so I'll see who if anybody has questions. Let me see. Oh, it's moving. I'm Pisces. Go ahead and tell me if my ex Libra will ever come back. Glendale. Oh, no, it moved. Glendale. You want to, can Glendale type that question one more time? I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to scroll up. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to try to move this beast up. Okay, Glendale Santana. Hello, I'm a Pisces. Can you tell me if my ex Libra will ever come back? Oh, Pisces. Did you just see this reading right now? But it's okay. We all have these questions. All of us. So the universe has guidance for you regarding your ex. All right, how about Glandales? Okay, there we go. Okay, so when it comes to your card, you have the 3 of Gabriel, the Wheel, and the Epiphany card. Okay, girl. I am just going to throw this out there, okay? These cards are really about new beginnings, growth that was supposed to come from this experience. Now, when we ask the universe questions, guys, we want like yes or no's, and that's not always what's going to come up because number one, your ex has free will. Can't control that. But they're going to be talking to you. And because your major arcana is here, they're really going to try to drive something home for you, girl. girl, right? Glendelise. I feel like I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry. There is a really huge change in direction for you. With the wheel card, this is about movement, girl. This is about new opportunities, something for more happiness. A lot of people have a hard time really understanding that. They have a hard time being like, but I was so happy here. This is what I want. Understand that with the wheel, this is the wheel of fortune. Something is coming into your life, end of late, and it's meant to move. This card as well, this is a card of opportunity and movement, about growth, about prosperity, about things coming into your life. At least what I'm hearing, this situation with your ex, it was really here for you to grow. The Epiphany card, like I said, this is about spiritual growth. This is about, when we have the Epiphany card, sometimes we're in situations that are not happy, they're a little funky, they're frustrating, they're not comfortable, but it's really because it's meant to push us to change. The wheel card is about change in direction. Okay, so if I was to read this for you, they're saying, girl, everything's possible. Could it come back? Yes. What they're really saying for you is that there's better opportunities for you. Usually this shows me a karmic. This shows me a karmic relationship here. When you have the Epiphany card, this shows me when we have karmic relationships, it's meant to help us grow. And sometimes you get those karmic relationships that just bring out the worst in us. They hit all our triggers. They usually start out really hot, really heavy, I can't get enough of this person. And then all of a sudden, but it's meant to do that. It's meant to drag out our triggers and pull out our pain and our insecurities and this and that. Maybe it was perfect. Maybe it was so great to you and you're wondering why he left. Girl, whatever the situation happened that caused this breakup, it was really meant to help you grow, to pivot you so that you can actually have a better life. Maybe it was meant to teach you self-worth or confidence or to stand your ground, whatever it was. But with the Three of Gabriel, this is about taking the next step. Okay? I want to let you know, if something is meant for you, it will happen. Soul contracts are soul contracts. The only thing that makes them null and void is abuse. All right? Someone hits you, contract done, out the door. Don't be like, he's my twin flame. No, I'm sorry. If someone's beating you, that's not your twin flame. Okay, so this is really asking you to move forward with your life. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes the one thing to bring somebody back is the very thing you need to do to get away, to move forward from them. Focus on yourself, your development, whatever opportunities are presenting themselves to you, because with the wheel card, something has. Whether it's an opportunity to move, a job, a person, a date, travel, whatever it is, take it. Because when you're in happy and healthy alignment, you attract a partner who's also in that space. So if your ex is meant to come back, you'd want him to come back in this space, not this lax space. Okay? The universe is really telling you to move forward. Okay? It's not saying he can or cannot come back. Because let me tell you something. When you start moving forward, sometimes those exes like to pop back up. And it's usually the universe's way of teaching you whether or not you learned your lesson. Or they've changed. But as of right now, they're saying, don't wait for it. There's some amazing opportunities that are presenting themselves to you or will be. Take the next step forward with your life because you're going to be very happily surprised. Okay? All right. Next person. Okay, Brother Jerry, money card, Angelique. Yeah, Brother Jerry, I see you here all the time. I'm guessing you want guidance just on money, because if it's very general question, it's going to be a general answer. Oh, you're very welcome, Candalis. Sorry. I feel like I'm butchering that name. Okay, Jerry. Whoa. One more. And you're it. Okay, Brother Jerry, you have Ariel, Queen and Six. And in traditional tarot, this is coins. It's about money. It's letting you know if you're stressed about it right now, all your material needs are going to be met. So don't stress about it, okay? It's really about, and then you have it with the Page of Gabriel, okay? So these are about, you might be experiencing challenges right now. And if it is regarding money, it's okay, because they're challenges that can be met. Okay, these are challenges that are they're happening for a reason. They're happening so that you can actually take action. Sometimes we're complacent and sometimes we're like, I'm staying here because I'm kind of comfortable, but that's not where you're meant to stay. So you might lose that job. You might get your hours cut. You might, all these things happen. You're thinking, why the hell is this happening to me? Oh my God, I'm losing my source of income. But sometimes when we have this, it actually pushes us in a direction that we're supposed to go. Whether it's applying for those jobs we never would have applied for, starting that business we didn't have the courage to do. Sometimes when you're between a rock and a hard place, you do things that you don't normally do. And this is an experience that you're experiencing right now, Jerry. So if you're looking for more financing, money, changes, number one, they don't want you to be too stressed about it. You're going to be okay. Even if it's by the skin of your teeth, your material needs are going to be met. But this is also a time for giving. With this card, it's making sure that you're not so me focused. Okay, there needs to be a balance of energy emotionally, Jerry. So if you want to bring energy, the money back in, make sure you're also giving of your time, being kind. But it's letting you know this challenge, whatever it is you're experiencing, it's actually for ultimate growth to actually pivot you in the direction you're supposed to be going. So that's a good thing. The Queen of Raphael, this is good. This is like the, you know, you have money, you're nurturing yourself, you're growing, but it's also, it's about being practical. Okay, so it's not about nurturing yourself and like throwing all this money away to like, I'm gonna go out. If you're on a tight budget, don't be partying, going to dinner. This is about being practical with your money, being smart with your money, but knowing that the challenge, whatever financial challenges you might be experiencing right now, Jerry, it's actually for your ultimate happiness, because it's going to be pushing you or moving you in a way so that you can either run to that person, that opportunity, or apply for that job that maybe you wouldn't have done, or taking that action you wouldn't have done. Don't worry. If you're stressing about it, the universe is taking care of you. They're not punishing you. It's really to get your energy in alignment and move you where you need to go. Just be practical, be smart with your money, and be wise with your choices. Other than that, everything's going to be okay. You're still in a challenge movement point, okay? So yes, things will eventually flow, but you're still taking actions and redirecting your energy, okay? Everything's going to be fine though. Don't worry about it. I know it's easy to say when I'm the one stressing about it, but everything's going to be okay. And with this card too, it's also about gratitude, Jerry, okay? So FYI, focusing a lot what you have to be grateful for to get yourself in that vibration to attract more money, okay? So you're a little out of alignment energetically. So make sure you're focusing on what you do have, okay? So we can bring in that prosperity. Okay, I can take in another one, okay. Carrie Pierce, is my best friend ever coming back to me? Please and thank you. Oh, we'll check that out. Carrie Pierce. Okay, I'm playing one more for you. Carrie. Looks like a little stories happening here. Oop. Oh, damn. Okay, Carrie. You know, guys, I know I'm right about this energy because major arcana is everywhere. So FYI, for all of us who may be a little stuck emotional, we have some real big guns with us. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you're in the shower crying, or if you're having in your car and you're like cussing out in traffic, you're not alone. You have a lot of help. So, Carrie, you have the world, the wheel, and new beginnings. This is all about happy endings and starting out again. With the wheel and new beginnings, they're both about new opportunities, the end of delays, moving things forward, everything happening. But because these are major arcana cards, girl, this has a lot to do with you. Okay, so you might think, well, I'm not sure what happened between you and best friend, if there was a misunderstanding or what it is that's going to be happening, because you also have the Eight of Gabriel, which is it's about important communication, things that need to be said, things that need to happen. And this is not something that's supposed to happen 3 months from now. This is something that needs to happen kind of like right now. It's kind of like if there's something on your chest, if something needs to be said, even if the person's not talking to you, text it, write it, send a carrier pigeon, do what you got to do. But things need to be said. Okay, but with these cards, with major arcana to do with you in particular. So there's something about this situation, Carrie, that's really it's helping you grow. It's changing opportunities, and there's a chance for a fresh start. Sometimes this might be happening over here, but it's actually serving you over here. Okay, so with these cards, these are all actually very beautiful cards, Carrie. This is about happy endings, new beginnings, things starting off fresh, new opportunities. So you guys, whether this is a new opportunity for you and your friend to really have an even more elevated, more deeper connection, I'm just gonna let you know with the, with the world card, don't stress about it. Everything's gonna work out fine. In the end, everything is gonna be great, okay? But things definitely needs to be some communication going on here. And with regards to this, with the new beginnings, there has to be some forgiving and letting go, okay? There has to be whatever has to be hashed out, or whatever, if there's a misunderstanding, or if there's, I don't know what happened between you two, but whatever, don't get stuck there, okay? Let it go so you can have this new phase, all right? And sometimes when you might be having an issue over here with your friend, it might be drawing you closer with your partner. It might be forcing you to get closer to your family. I feel like there's an indifferent thing happening here. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but it feels like there is it's affecting another area of your life, and it actually might be for the better, Carrie. It might have pushed you back into I don't know, with your friends, your family, or it might have caused you to turn to your spirituality. It might have caused you to do other things. There was a reason this situation happened. There is no way this was by, well, nothing's by chance, but with this many major arcanas, it was really for both of your, at least for you, your ultimate growth, your ultimate happiness, fresh starts, bringing in new energies. Nothing here is negative whatsoever. So you might feel really pained, like I wish she's here or he's here or whatever it is, but understand there is a bigger plan to whatever scenario you're going through. Everything's going to be fine. If you have an opportunity, definitely communicate. Everything's going to be fine. There's going to be a new phase in your life, either together with your best friends, which is fantastic, or just for yourself. Regardless, all this is bringing in good things for you. Okay? Do your best to just release it, communicate it, surrender it, and step up. Okay? I hope that served you. I really hope so. If you can possibly talk with them, definitely do. All right. I can take one more. Maybe we can, go back, Mia Per. Please help me. I need clarity, please. I've loved him forever. Oh, this thing moves so fast. I can't read it. 1 second. Please help me. I need clarity. I've loved him forever. I want him, but I don't know how he feels. Mia Per. Mia Per? Okay, so you want clarity on love interest is what I'm getting. You don't know how he feels. You loved him forever. And Mia, I'm going to ask you if you can just take a deep breath, okay? When it comes to readings, guys, if you're frazzled, the energy's frazzled. So whenever you want readings, just take a deep breath, ground yourself, focus, and then let's go, okay? Mia, I'm just going to ask for general guidance regarding this because they have free will, okay? You don't know, I want him, but I don't know how he feels. You loved him forever. That's so cute. That's so romantic. Okay, Mia Per, what loving guidance do you have for her? I'm hearing something in my head. I want to see if the cards are agreeing with it. One more. Okay. I don't want, actually, sometimes I don't want to say things. I don't want to be responsible for anything comes out. But Mia, it looks like you might have invested time wisely with this person. So you might be nervous. You might be scared. And of course, you can never control another person's emotions, intentions, whatsoever. But it's letting you know with the 7 of Ariel, you might have invested. You might love this person. You might feel all these things. And just because you don't see anything growing on the surface doesn't mean you haven't planted seeds. Okay, this is a harvest, and you have it in conjunction with the sun, which is like this one, like one of the best cards. Life is wonderful, you know, all this amazing things are happening, positive experiences. Could this possibly be something? Yes. Yes, it possibly can. You have a lot of stress regarding this. You need to let this go. This will block anything from growing with this person, okay? And you also has it with the Ace of Gabriel? Yes. This has to do with your passion. It has to do, if you feel guided and you really care about this person and you want clarity on it, number 1, release your stress and fears, okay? We all have had our loves, our heartbreaks, all those things. And you might have invested, and yes, something positive can come from this. But number 1, you need to release any kind of fearful energy out of your system. You don't want, people sense that. So if you have this fear, they could feel a need, a codependency. So you want to just release that. And when it comes to this, Gabriel is very much about action. Okay, so it is an opportunity. This card is not so much of get the ball rolling. There's an opportunity here. If you feel guided to do it, take it. I heard in my mind, go for it. I heard them say, go for it. So Mia Per, you know what? You're never gonna know until you try. So if you really care about this person and you're maybe he's a friend and he doesn't know you care about him. I'm not sure the scenario didn't give me too many details, but both these cards look like you invested in the relationship. There's probably genuine, at least respect, caring, and love here. Release the stress, okay? Because that's gonna keep you up nights. And what if this? What if that? What good does it do you? Ask him or her. Ask. Just asking you, release your thoughts, unnecessary stress. But this is, if you feel passionate about this person, this is going to require you to act. Okay, there's only one way to find out. It looks like you guys have a good opportunity for something. Again, you can't control it, but what they're guiding you to do is if you feel this, act. This is the time for action. Now, we're in retrograde, okay? So personally speaking, I would say wait till after the 15th, Mia, but things look good. I cannot speak for him per se how he feels about you, but with the Sun card, this usually has to do with kind of like an overall positivity, okay? So this looks like you've actually invested wisely in the relationship, love, kindness, maybe knows that you support you, maybe he respects you or she respects you, but this looks like a positive outcome, but it's gonna come out as a result of you releasing your fears and taking action, okay? That's how it's gonna come out, okay? It looks positive. Again, get your energy in line. And then wait till after the 15th. All right, but it looks good. I'm not sure how long you've known them, but with the 7 of area, it looks like it's been a long time. Just that's an investment card. You've taken time to be with them, get to know them, things like that. Yeah, I hope this helps you. If you need clarity, the most clarity you need is to get out of your own mind. With this card, get out of your mind. You're only confusing yourself. There is no clarity needed. You like them, you've invested them, go for it. Okay? I hope that serves you. I hope that serves you. Sometimes we get caught up in our own minds. Could I take another card? Which one is it? I could probably take another person. If somebody else wants a question or has a question. Is anybody still there? I don't know. I told people like I was my last question, but let's see. Loretta, are you still there? Loretta Elaine Carson? If you're still there. Oh, you know what? Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay, Loretta Elaine Carson. Oh, I didn't realize I was up and the chat's all the way at the bottom. I'm so sorry. Loretta, if you're still there, I'll take your question. If you don't say anything, I will move on to the next person. Yay, okay, Loretta, you're there. Let's go back up. Should I start a business or work for another? Girl, ain't that the question? I feel you. Well, chop it. Okay. One more. All right, Loretta, I'm gonna just throw it out there. It looks like you should start your own. It looks like this isn't the first time. You have the 7 of Ariel and the 8 of Ariel. We just had this for Mia. This is about investing. It looks like maybe there's something, have you been having a side hustle, girl? Have you been doing something? Maybe taking classes, studying. Maybe you want to do your own real estate license. Maybe you're having your own spiritual practice. But the 7 Ariel shows me this isn't your first thought. This isn't the first time you thought about this. It's probably not even your first investment in it. It looks like maybe you might even have done something on the side in terms of, taking classes, training, researching, doing things. And when you have the Ace of Michael, this is all about a brand new idea. This really is about, don't allow the bumps in the road. Don't allow fears, or when you start your own business, Loretta, girl, it ain't going to be all roses. It's a lot of work, usually double time. It's all your investment, but don't allow that to scare you. These cards are all saying, you know what? You might not see, when we have a job, we work for somebody, we get a paycheck every 2 weeks, it's stable, but it's really saying, hey, you know what? You've invested wisely in yourself. You've invested in your dream, your ideas. You've taken that training. You've done that. Maybe you've had some pro bono clients. Maybe you've practiced and you really honed it. I feel like you might have been doing this for quite some time. Maybe you just thought it was a practice, a side hustle, or you're interested in doing research. But Loretta, it's absolutely saying yes, start your own. Okay, so you don't have to just quit and then I'm going to start my own business today. Make sure with the 8 of Ariel, if there's any additional training you need, any more practice that you might have, seminars, webinars, whatever it is, finish that additional training so you feel comfortable. And let me tell you, you're never going to feel 100%. So don't wait for that. With Ace of Michael, it's saying the road's going to be a little bumpy. It's going to feel a little unsure when you're getting your own feet. Who hits the ground running like that perfectly? No entrepreneur ever. It's part of the journey and the excitement, Loretta, but it's saying you have what it takes. You've invested enough time in it already that the seeds have already been planted. You don't have to start fresh. All right. So don't feel like, oh my God, it might take a year or two to get a ton of clients. No, not for you. You've already kind of put it in work. What's really being asked of you is just the investment of time. You might not have had enough time up until now to really put your all because you're working another job, but it's saying, yeah, this is what it's looking for. I'm not sure what you do, Loretta, but you're supposed to be doing it. And with Michael, when you have Michael, ask Michael for help. Archangel Michael's archangel. I love Michael. Courage, protection, strength. If you need that, ask him for it. Free will. Don't allow any kind of fears or bumps to scare you. Okay. Clear communication. If you have any problems or things you need to work out with other partners or vendors, whatever, get that cleared up. Okay. Clear that up first. So when you start, yeah, it might be a little wobbly, but you're good to go. You don't do that. So, and don't feel like you have to cut it off. Just make sure everything's all nice and set. Remember, again, any additional training, preparations, getting your QuickBooks ready. I don't know what you do, but getting everything nice and set. So when you're ready, you kind of like push off the dock. All right, Loretta, you're going to do good. I could tell you have some fears. Naturally, I don't blame you. But Ariel's also the coins. Okay, so financially, this is going to reap rewards. Your return on investment should be steady. Might be a little slow at first, but steady. Okay, guys, I hope that serves you. I hope that serves all of you. I went well over time today, but I felt bad because last week I couldn't take many people. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I love Wednesdays with you guys as always, and I hope this serves all of you. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.